Hi guys. Um, so I just got done watching a sermon that one of my line sisters suggested for me to watch. It's by Pastor Steven Furtick and it's called "Don't Miss Your Turn." And it takes another look at the whole David and Goliath story. So I really should just looking at it. But what it got me to really thinking about and in my spirit is just kind of like there's so many of us, and I say us because I sometimes feel this way as well, who are discouraged or feel like, at the level that you're on, you can't make a real difference. You know, in lieu of the different overly publicized, and I don't mean it in a negative way, of the different the killings of African Americans by the police in our nation. Sometimes we feel like, what can I do at my own level that's going to actually impact change? If I protest, is that really going to make a difference? If I post a status on Facebook, is that really going to make a difference? If I share a link to a compassionate video, will that really make a difference? And that applies to so many different levels in our life. When I think about the amount of children who are stuck on drugs, is me encouraging one child really going to make a difference? You know do I have an impact on my level? I'm not in the political realm. I'm not a household name. Am I really making a difference? Is it possible for me, where I'm sitting right here, right now, to make a difference? And I say yes. Um, and I say that not like, oh, I'm gonna speak in third person. Oh, Kendra, you can make a difference because of who you. What I'm saying is, because of the God that loves us, a God that constantly reminds us of who He is and where He is. We have the ability to impact change, because you never know. And I see this often. I see this a lot of times. You never know what that one thing that you're doing, how that affects a multitude of people. Um, you never know. And people say that about, like, when grandparents pass away, like, my grandmother was the one who taught me this, or my granddaddy, he's the one who showed me how to be a man, or showed me how to, and the thing is they're just being themselves. They're being themselves, but they're impacting your life, and they're impacting the way that you see family, and impacting the way that you see the world, which in turn impacts the way you raise your children, or those nieces and nephews, or godchildren, or all types of kin that we have. And I guess, and I wasn't even planning on making a video, but the Lord just really spoke to me, and I'm just like, be encouraged where you are. I have so many things going on, so many things that I know, if I sit in it long enough, that I will be discouraged. I'll be sad. I will not want to move on, not want to move forward. But God is literally just telling me, you can do this. You where you are, you can make a difference. You can literally do it. Because sometimes I know, I ask myself, like, God, can I really, like, I know you want me to do this, but I know you kind of told me this was gonna happen later on. I don't really see it right now. I'm kind of discouraged, but I'm gonna try to keep going. But God is telling us, as a nation, as individual people, young, old alike, we can actually make a difference. So I know sometimes it's frustrating, and I know that I've been frustrated a lot of times growing up, because, okay, I'm considered to be a nice person. I'm, and not to kind of like to my own horn, but I think I'm nice, I'm caring, I'm compassionate. If someone calls me in the middle of the night, I'm going to answer the phone. I'm going to, be there for them. That's kind of just, those are my characteristics and my personality traits. And sometimes, and people who are like that, we get taken advantage of, or we feel like we give out so much. We're constantly giving, 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 and we're not receiving anything. And that is definitely a discouragement, to constantly pour out, pour out your soul, pour out your spirit, your time that you can't get back. Let's not forget that we can't get that time back. But the thing is that you're sowing that on good ground. And what I mean is, that stuff that you're doing is not in vain. Now, one thing in that aspect, is happening in vain, because I wholeheartedly believe in this scripture, Romans 8:28, and we know that all things work together for the good of them that love Christ and are called according to his purpose. And that means that even when I pour out and pour out and pour out my love and pour out my concern and my compassion for others, that I'm not doing it so that I can yield a return, but I know that even when I don't see it, God is still working behind the scenes to make it happen for me so that I can make a difference on his behalf. So I just want to say, stay encouraged, guys. You can make a difference. You literally can.